Chicago, Reuters. Several ships carrying cargoes of sorghum from the United States to China have changed course since Beijing slapped hefty anti-dumping deposits on U.S. imports of the grain, trade sources, and a Reuters analysis of export and shipping data showed. Sorghum is a niche animal feed and a tiny slice of the billions of dollars in exports at stake in the trade dispute between the world and Euro trademark's two largest economies, which threatens to disrupt the flow of everything from steel to electronics. The supply chain pain felt by sorghum suppliers on the Pacific, Atlantic and Indian Oceans underscores how quickly the mounting trade tensions between the US and China can impact the global agricultural sector, which has been reeling from low commodity prices amid a global grains glut. 20 ships carrying over 1.2 million tons of US sorghum are on the water, according to export inspections data from the USDA Euro Trademark's Federal Grain Inspection Service. Of the Armada, valued at more than $216 million, at least 5 changed course within hours of China Euro Trademark's announcing tariffs on U.S. sorghum imports on Tuesday, Reuters shipping data showed. Graphic, tmsnrt.r/2jzz9n. The 5 shipments, all headed for China when they were loaded at Texas Gulf Coast export terminals owned by grain merchants Cargill Inc. Carg.ul or Archer Daniels Midland Co., ADMN, would be liable for a hefty deposit to be paid on their value, which could make the loads unprofitable to deliver. Beijing, which is probing U.S. imports for damage to its domestic industry, announced Tuesday that grains handlers would have to put up a deposit of 178.6% of the value of the shipments. Traders said Cargill and ADM likely sold most of the grain in the cargoes that are on the water, traders said. In a statement to Reuters on Thursday, Cargill confirmed it is the exporter. The company declined to confirm what is in the ships, the final destinations or the tonnage, nor name the customers. The company also declined to confirm why the ships stopped, or if they are being redirected a euro, but said that it does not have any responsibility for costs that may result. ADM representatives declined to comment. The Panamanian-flagged ship called the N Bonanza was churning its way northeast across the Indian Ocean earlier this week, carrying more than 67,000 tons of sorghum from ADMA Euro Trademark's elevator in Corpus Christi, Texas, according to Reuters shipping data. 11 hours after the anti-dumping deposits were announced, the ship stopped and then slowly tracked northwest. The RB Eden, a vessel carrying 70,223 tons of sorghum loaded at the same ADM terminal, was headed east-northeast through the Indian Ocean off the coast of South Africa. It turned around. Hours later, the Stamford Eagle, hauling sorghum from Cargill Euro Trademark's elevator in Houston, turned around off the western coast of Mexico. At least 2 other vessels have also suddenly changed course, the Ocean Belt and Seeing XI High, both loaded at Cargill Euro Trademark's terminal. It is unclear where the vessels are now heading. For now, at least, 2 of the world Euro Trademark's largest grain merchants are among those feeling the impact of the latest trade tussle with China, even if it is just a short-term issue, said Bill Densmore, Senior Director of Corporate Ratings at Fitch Ratings. €1 for their overall trade businesses, this is not that substantial. But Euro Trademark's a warning €1, Densmore said. €1 or if China really does start slapping tariffs on everything, like soybeans and corn, things could get really ugly, really fast €1. Searching for new buyers. Beijing Euro Trademark's move has heaped more strain on an already tense trade relationship between the world Euro Trademark's 2 largest economies. Traders said the deposit was high enough to bring U.S. imports to a halt. Sorghum is used in livestock feed and the fiery Chinese liquor baijiu. Indeed, the news had an immediate impact on the global grains market. Bids for cargoes of Australian sorghum, which are not subject to the higher tariffs, spiked following the announcement, traders said. Industry sources in China said some of the cargoes might be redirected to Southeast Asian countries, such as Vietnam and the Philippines, to feed hog and poultry plants owned by Chinese feed producers. However, those countries and others in the region are small importers of sorghum. Vietnam has never imported U.S. sorghum and the Philippines imported just 19,000 tons in the 2016-17 season, according to USDA data. China, by contrast, imported more than 5.2 million tons last season, nearly 10 times more than number 2 importer Japan, the data showed. Shippers may have to discount the cargoes to sell them, analysts said. A Euro or Ethi a Euro trademark re not in a strong bargaining position considering the a Euro trademark VE got shipments from across the ocean that they have to sell and get the boats cleared out, a Euro said economist Daniel O. A Euro trademark Brian of Kansas State University in the top U.S. sorghum producing state. Sorghum prices at the Texas Gulf have slipped since China Euro trademark's announcement. At midweek, immediate shipments from Corpus Christi MFOB P1 were priced around $181.29 per ton, not including shipping costs, a one-month low. The U.S. sorghum industry called for an end to the trade dispute and expressed concern about the impact on established trade relationships that have taken years to build. A Euro or Ethi's tit for tat has to stop, and talks to find reasonable and lasting solutions must begin, for the good of U.S. agriculture and the customers we have spent decades working to win as loyal buyers, a Euro said Tom Slight, President and CEO of the U.S. Grains Council.